Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am at Premier Gym Colville, which is the gym I come to every single Friday. Today's session is a little bit different because it is a devolume, which I will talk about throughout the session. It's been a while. It's been like maybe 2 weeks since I last did an update. So I'm going to give you guys just a little update today on how things have been. We have seen some scale movement finally, and as I say, I'm on a devolume, and with that I have had a diet break too. This is something that was scheduled in between scheduled in at around 5 weeks, but we kept kind of pushing it as much as we could until we kind of needed to take this break. And my body was just showing signs of needing to pull back. My sleep was getting a little bit disturbed. Digestion wasn't actually that great. And I started to get quite a lot of like brain fog, kind of like just big energy dips throughout the day and things like that. When I checked in on Sunday last week, Monday, what day is it now? It's Friday. When I checked in on Monday this week, we decided that we were going to go with it given the data on my check-in form. I actually, from day 1 and day 2 of the higher food, and just training with one set only, we saw my scale weight drop a kilo. So we reached a new low of 59 kg, which is pretty exciting. I feel like my body is now kind of, as much as it was responding before and we were changing like a lot visually, it's like all of a sudden my weight has kind of like cottoned on as well, and it's just decided to start dropping. So that's good. I never was like too bothered about the scale weight because I saw my physique changing anyway. As much as I knew like time is ticking by, I saw the changes and kind of like just I have faith and trust in the process. So I knew eventually scale weight would come down, because it's the same with many of my clients also. You'll get a sticking point for a long time, then all of a sudden, whoosh, the weight just starts coming off. So if this is you and you are worrying about your scale weight during your dieting phase, make sure you're looking at all of the variables as well, and looking at, your measurements. You're looking at photos and comparing them, because I can guarantee that you will see changes and that your body has changed within the time frame. And just sometimes it just takes a while for the scales to just kind of catch up. And in my case, that's what happened. I am now 11 weeks out this weekend, so I'll be 10 weeks out when this video drops. So that is 9 weeks into my dieting phase, and so far I have dropped, let's just find out. So I started at 63.5 kg, and now we can take away 59 equals. So I've dropped 4.5 kg in 9 weeks, but actually within the first 7 weeks, I think I only dropped like 2.5 to 3 kg. So yeah, we're starting to really move now, which is exciting. My last stage weight was 52.5, and like I say, I'm now sitting at 59. So when you look at things like that, given the new muscle mass that I have obviously gained as well, we're not that far off. We could come in, I don't know, the same but more conditioned, or we could come in a little bit heavier. Again, I'm not fixated on that. I'm going by the look and listening to obviously my coach as well on what she thinks. After all, the thing is, this is bodybuilding. It is not a dieting contest. Like, I will be happy if my weight is higher, because it just shows that, I've gained some muscle. However, if it does go lower or stay the same, it doesn't mean I haven't gained any muscle, of course. It just means that we'll bring a completely different look because we have added muscle, and it will just be the condition that obviously we are playing around with and that will be different. So in theory, I should be leaner at a lower weight. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, I just want to remind you, this is bodybuilding, not a dieting contest. So I think just ditch the scales as much as we need them for, the data to give to our coaches. It's just good just to switch off and just to, focus on the visuals and other measurements as well, and the photos. So yeah, that's my biggest tip today for you guys. Don't focus on the scales, look at everything else around that. So in terms of changes that I've seen throughout the last 4 days since we've ran the diet break and the devolume is my steps reduced from 14k to 10k. My cardio has been taken out, which was currently at 6 times per week, being 3 times on 30 minutes, which is on my rest days only, and then 4 times 20 minutes on training days. That's been completely taken out. I had an initial bump on Monday in food. Like I say, I don't know the calories at all, but I'm guessing that my baseline normal calories before this diet break were about 13 to 1400, and I think she initially bumped it maybe 250 to 300 calories. So it was a nice little increase, just made me feel a little bit fuller and had some more carbs in every meal instead of just around my workout. And that was on the Monday and Tuesday. And then I also trained on the Monday and Tuesday as well, but with only 1 set only, which is what you're going to see today. And on Wednesday and Thursday, which I actually went to a spa for Mark's birthday, so it was a perfect time to do it. I had a double rest day, and also food was put up again because we saw the new low of 59, and she just wanted to push things up for me there as well. So I'm guessing there was another 250 to 300 calorie bump there. So I guess maybe we could have been sitting around 1,900 to 2,000 calories, but that's me just taking a guess at that. But I do know one thing, that instead of the hunger that I did have, which started to pick up as it would throughout a dieting phase, which is completely normal, and you cannot swerve hunger at all when you are trying to get to ridiculous body fat levels. It's just something we just have to deal with. But my hunger did start to pick up, and now I feel like I'm settled again. Like the calories and the rest have just done their thing, and my body feels like it's just really soaked up the food. I felt really, really lean this week as well, and obviously I've had really optimal rest by actually being able to fully unwind in a spa environment as well, which was amazing. So yeah, the aim of this week is recovery, and just get myself super, super, super fresh, ready to dig back in again. After Wednesday and Thursday's high days, so yesterday and the day before, my calories have come back down just slightly, but not all the way back down. So it'll be interesting to see what happens over the weekend with having 2 back-to-back rest days again before we head in Monday. So I'll be checking in on Saturday, and I will be checking in on Monday. I did check in today, and I have been checking in every day, and things are sort of manipulated and monitored daily. So yeah, I'm really, really excited at the moment as well, seeing my body change. I know that I've made some really, really nice gains, and as I've started to get leaner, I've really started to see that. So yeah, super excited. Anyway, I'm going to stop the talking, and I'm going to head on into my session where, as I say, I'm only performing 1 set only today, which is my back off set, and that will be performed to failure. Let's go get it. So I have just been performing my feeder sets, which are the sets that I do as I guess you could say a warm-up before I go into my main working sets. The purpose behind it for me is to get the setup correct for the movement. So I'm not going into the exercise, for example, with my feet in the wrong place, not quite in the right place. I can look back on video, quickly review it, check that everything's where it should be so I can get the most out of the exercise. It also gives me a chance to get used to the exercise, gives my body a chance to warm up and the muscles to warm up as well. And that in itself will reduce the risk in injury. So feeder sets are really important. I do 2 to 3 feeder sets generally per exercise. That's how I find that I get the most out of my then working sets.
Hey, it's too many lies, too many lies. Hey, it's too many lies, too many lies. Yeah, it's too many, hey, it's too many, Yo, it's too many. Yo, it's too many lies. Look in my eyes, they know I'm the truth. Knocking them down every time I step in the booth. We ain't got a lie, they know we the vibe, we living in proof. It's young, conscious, you, my life a movie, I live in a spoof. Ain't no sticking around, I'm on the move, I'm checking the dudes. Yeah, it's only us two, so you know we copping that coupe. We on the roof, smoking dope, look at the view. Yeah, we used to chill on the stoop, now we out here breaking the news. It ain't shit you really could do, cause we ain't got nothing to lose. We ain't switched side with no cruise, we just stayed out of the loop. Now we out here letting it loose, every shot we took it was swoosh. Gotta get it, ain't no excuse, ain't shit left to prove. Yeah, hey, there's too many lies, too many lies. Hey, there's too many lies, too many lies. Too many, there's too many, hey, there's too many, yeah, there's too many.
That felt really heavy today. I just got 11 reps instead of 12, so it is actually less than last time. That's after food and after having 2 days off. I can't say that this music's all that motivating to me. It's really not my jam, but to be honest, I can't bother to put headphones on today. Just not really in the mood for them, so I'm just trying to ignore the music. Sorry if I've offended anyone and they like it. Not for me, not for me. So I'm just about to go into my front foot elevated reverse lunge, which is targeting my glutes and my hamstring predominantly. And yeah, again, like I said, I'm going to go into this set with doing feeder sets, just work my way up. So we're not thrown in straight at the deep end using a really heavy weight. Yeah, going to work up to it. With these lunges, I've made it up to my top set now of 37.5 kg dumbbell, just in one hand. I actually send my training videos off to my coach and Baxter, who is in the States. He reviews and she reviews each of my exercises, and I have just remembered that the decision was made to switch from using just one dumbbell to actually using two. Because the dumbbell was too heavy, that it was causing me to like lose proper form. So I'm actually gonna have to try that for the first time today. So I make sure these are videoed and then sent back, which I'm sure there will be some feedback. But it's the same thing goes, hamstring and glute focused. Still, the only difference is I'm using both hands with dumbbells, and I'm still twisting my body slightly into the working leg before I come down. So I'm not coming straight down here, which you can pop your hip like out. I always turn into it to keep my hip aligned, and then we can stay really tight into that, and you feel it a lot more than just literally going straight down. You almost lose tension. So do make sure that wherever you are doing a lunge movement, that you turn slightly into the working leg before you do go down. With this movement, we are making sure that my knee stays behind my toes, therefore it is working my glute and my hamstring. The minute my knee comes over my toes, there we are working more of quads, and as we know, I do not need any more quads, and the goal has been to try and reduce volume for my quads, so and increase obviously glute and hamstring. So yeah, that's the main aim of this exercise. To those wondering, again, this is literally my step tracker, and so many people ask me why I put it around my ankle. It's just because I can't lift with it on as well, and I just still want it to track my steps. So there is no fancy thing whatsoever for this. It looks like I'm on tag, I'm not. Just literally use it just still to track my steps. I think something really important to remember is the fact that not all of your sessions are going to be PBs, amazing strength, amazing energy. Like, you cannot ask for that every single session. Unfortunately, variables do come into play and some days are just different. I think the most important thing is not to give up and to always ensure that you're giving your best to that session, no matter what your best is. So even if your best isn't as good as yesterday, but you're still giving your absolute best on that day and you're setting the bar for that day, that you're not, leaving an exercise out just because your strength is down, or you're not, choosing to just finish the set short. I think it's really important for anyone just to give their best, whatever their best is going to be on that day. Nah, not working. Let's just do RDLs. See, that's my back off set. Usually I get 11 reps with that, and I just got 10, and that usually has a top set first of 37.5 for like 9 reps. So yeah, it's definitely going to be some feedback to my coach, but like I say, we're not at the end of this diet break deload yet, devolume yet. So I guess after a couple of days off of like optimal rest again, we should see me come back in fresh for Monday. Fingers crossed. But for now, I'm just trying my best and giving my all to each set, because at the end of the day, like, that's all we can do. No matter if we're on a devolume or training in our normal session, like, no matter how you feel, you just keep applying yourself, knowing that you have given your best. When you look back, is so satisfying. So instead of like getting in your head and being like, oh, my numbers are down or my strength's down, it happens. I don't really care that it happens, because I just know it happens, but it's just dealing with it. So just still giving my best, making sure I'm going till failure, because that's what I've been told to do for this session. That's it, that's all we can do. Oh. I think a really important thing to remember in the world of bodybuilding is that we are bodybuilders, not powerlifters. Therefore, the thing that matters most when performing your sets is how you move the weight from A to B. It's not about just moving the weight from A to B. So it's not about just loading as much weight as you can and just taking the sets. You have to think about your breathing. You have to think about bracing your core. You have to think about your tempo. Are you pausing at the bottom of reps? How long are you pausing at the top of reps? Is it too long? Is it too quick? So I think that's one thing that can be sometimes really overlooked and something that you really need to dial in on just to get the most out of your progression within your physique and to minimize the risk of injury also, is to really look at your exercises, make sure you're recording them, make sure you're having them reviewed by your coach. I review my clients, my coach reviews mine. It's always good to have a second eye on your sets, and just remember that bodybuilding is not just about moving the weight from A to B, it's how you do it. And if you do it well, it will definitely pay off by giving all you can to your sets in more than just moving the weight from A to B.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ay, coming down like precipitation. I ain't never met a limitation. Hater plotting my elimination. Gotta go to Google for the information. I'm a superstar, so I gotta shine. Top dollar be the bottom line. Bottom feeding niggas out of line. Turn your heart rate to a dotted line. Yeah, my zodiac probably dollar sign. Got the energy to win it, my nigga, I'm feeling great. Got a date with destiny, focusing on my fate. I don't give a fuck what you rapping, you been a fake. I'm everything that they ain't, it can't be, it won't be. Wanna see me fall, I can't go, I won't leave. Coming from the block with plain
Oh my God.
That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right?
So using the yoga blocks gives me a better range of motion. You can see if I put them in the wrong place. If I do not use them, like my starting position is like here, finish position here, and I haven't got like a huge range of motion. I'm not able to take the exercise all the way in and as far out as I possibly can as well. And seeing as I'm a small person, this machine's generally not built for small people. So I just pop these in here. And it just enables me to get a greater range of motion. Some machines I need to do this on, some I don't. This one here, I do. That was harder than normal as well. 9 instead of 11 reps. But I take that. Now I have left one upper body movement, so I only train the upper once per week. So delts only gets trained like predominantly once per week, except from we have it on the back of today's session. So last exercise. Okay, so time to wrap this session up. Today I'm not going to be posing. I actually have a sports massage very soon, so I need to get home for that. Usually I would pose, but today my body is a little bit twisted, which I noticed upon checking today, like really twisted, and I've had a little bit of pain. So I'm going to go home and have that done. Just going to do a little bit of post-workout stretching just quickly before I go. But yeah, that is today's session done. Of course, it was different to like a normal session, being that it was a D volume. So 1 set only of each exercise to failure. I tried my best. My best wasn't as best as I've done in other sessions, if that makes sense. As in, you know, like I did RDLs today with 30s and got 9 reps, whereas like before I've got 11. However, I didn't just give up at 9. I gave my best, and that's what we can do every single session. That to me is, I'm more than satisfied with that. I'm not like disheartened that I haven't matched anything and I've had this rest and extra food and like I haven't come in strong. Like I'm not put off by that. I've got 2 extra days. The job of rest isn't done yet. Sports massage tonight, get myself nice and fresh over the weekend. and I'm sure we'll come back strong on Monday. You know, we are 11 weeks out. Even in off season, some sessions are great, some sessions are not so. That's just the way it is. We take it on the chin, we keep pushing, and yeah, we don't get disheartened by any of it. I'm really, really happy with how today went. It's been nice to be back here filming a session for you, not just sitting down and doing a talking video. I did not have time to do the food vlog, which I was going to do because I was pre-planning for Mark's surprise birthday presents, and I started the day doing it, and not gonna lie, I forgot. So that is something that will be coming to you probably after this video, to be fair. But yeah, this is me 11 weeks out, happy with where we're at, pushing on. I will catch you guys soon. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you've taken something away from what you've seen today. Hopefully I'm looking a little bit different too, a bit leaner. But yeah, as always guys, thank you for the support. Thank you for sharing, liking, subscribing. Yeah, and thank you just for always being in my corner. I will catch you guys very soon.